I'm going to just ask you 2 questions, and I will tell you who you are. Here's the 2 questions. First question, very simple. What is your pace? What is your pace of work, your pace of play? We're going to assign you a number. If you are the tortoise, methodical, deliberate, slow-paced, we're going to give you the number 1. If you're faster paced, got to go, smooth. If you're more like me, we're going to give you the number 2. There is no good or bad, and you cannot be 1.5. Let's see by show of hands, how many 1s do we have in the room? 1s? Got some 1s? Wow, lots of them. 2s, do we have 2s? Really? That seems odd, but let's just, let's go on from there and let's see what happens. Now, the only hard part of the program, we're going to do a little math, okay? You got your 1s, you got your 2s, all right? Now, that's your first number. We are now going to assign a number that goes behind it. The number behind it will be an evaluation of your emotional scale. Not do you have emotion, we all have it. How much do you express it? Are you someone that by noon, people don't know what's going on in your life because you keep it inside? You don't express a lot. People don't know if you just won the lottery or somebody ran over your puppy. This man's laughing about a puppy getting run over. You're a sadistic man. But by the way, the puppies are fine. That's a metaphor. What I'm saying is you internalize. You don't express a lot. Or are you the opposite of that? People know exactly what's going on in your life. If you're having a great day, they know you're having a great day. If you're angry, they know there's no guessing. Now, I know you're all over the scale from time to time, but where are you most of the time? Do you internalize or externalize? You got to be more one than the other. Ask the person sitting next to you if they know you, same rules apply. This is going to be your second number. If you internalize more times than not, your second number is a 1. If you externalize more times than not, your second number is a 2. We all should be an 11, a 12, a 21, or 22. Is that correct? 11s, 12s, 21s, and 22s. Let's see by show of hands, how many 11s do we have in the room? 11s? Got a lot of 11s. Really? No kidding. 12s. Do we have some 12s? 12s? We got 21s. Are there 20? There's 20. Okay. 22s, I guess. You got 20. Wow. This has completely backfired. You people are a complete mess. I really don't see any future. Is the bar open? We really ought to go. Really, there's nothing I can say to help you. Now, what I saw is what I always see. It wasn't exact, but folks, you split up about 25%. 11s, 12s, 21s, 22s. I did a series of dates with America Online. I was talking to their code writers. You heard me right. Code writers, the database people for AOL. Wouldn't you think they'd all kind of fit in the same personality? They split up 25, 25, 25, 25%. Now, I will tell you, they looked alike. Wow. They all had the short sleeve plaid shirt on, you know. They had the pocket protector, had the glasses with the tape, you know. They looked alike. You see the fallacy here, folks? You cannot give everybody what you want. You can't talk to everybody the way you want to be talked to. You can't give them the information you think is important. You will be wrong 3/4 of the time. And you don't think that doesn't increase your stress load? Right now, you people are looking at me the way a dog looks at a ceiling fan. What? You said this would be helpful, and I give you a stupid 2-digit number. So I need to recover from this quickly, because this number you're going to forget in about 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a name that goes to your number. The name you will remember for years. But this is a very important qualifier. The name I give you, I mean it in a nice way. In fact, in unison, we need to say that together to make sure we got that in our head. On the count of 3, I want to hear nice way. 1, 2, 3. Nice way. We'll start with me. I'm a 21, okay? Where were the 21s at? We had a bunch of 21s out there, didn't we? Yeah, a lot of them. All right, Tom, you're a 21. Shocker. Tom, you and I are a lot alike, even though we've never met, except when you just yelled at me a moment ago, right? All right. Now, you people sitting at the table know Tom? All right, now, Tom, correct me. Tom, you and I, we like to get the job done, don't we? We do get it done, don't we? Yes, we do. There may be a tornado trail of bodies and debris behind us, but we get her done. We're the movers and shakers of the world, or so we think. And that's why you call Tom and I, and all the 21s out there, so get your hands up again. 21s, get your hands up. People, look at these people right in the face. Look at them right in the face. These people are known as a jerk. It's not really a revelation for you, is it, Tom? This is more like a confirmation. And you and I are a lot alike. We've been called a whole lot worse, haven't we, Tom? Oh, yeah. Now, remember, I mean this in a nice way. I'm just saying we're aggressive, focused, driven, no grass under our feet. You know who I'm talking about. You also know now why we need to kind of keep this in the room. Do not go home. And a business associate that you're, or worse yet, this is worse, don't go home to a spouse and say, honey, I figured out what our problem is. This speaker, he says you're a jerk. See, that's going to create some civil unrest. I just mean we're focused and driven. We want to win. You know who I'm talking about. So those are the jerks. Now, where are the 11s at? We got some 11s out there. 11s, hands up. Wow, a lot of 11s. You, sir, you're an 11. Your name? Jim is an 11. Nice short sleeve plaid shirt you got on there, pal. Thank you for visually verifying what I'm about to say. Now, Jim, we've never met, is that correct? All right. There's some people sitting around you I know that know you, but you are an organized man. You are in control. You don't fly off the handle a lot. You're a detailed person. You're precise. You're organized. I bet I got you here. I bet as a kid you polished your protractor. Jim, you say no, but the mere fact that you know what a protractor is. You're guilty by association. And that's why we call Jim and all the 11s out there, hands up 11s, hands up, look at them in the face. These people are known as a nerd. I mean this in a nice way. In fact, you nerds have an advantage over everybody in the room. Did you know that? Sure you do. You have a huge advantage. In this high-tech world, in this rapid changing world, you're more acclimated to it. I'm not saying you don't struggle with it. We all do. But you struggle less. I really struggle with technology and change. Why? I'm a jerk, that's why. First computer I bought, I brought it home from the store, took it out of the box, put it on the table. Now do something. Come on, come on. If I have to read the manual, now how's that going to save me any time? So a jerk needs a little help. We need a little tech support. Who do you suppose that might be? You got yourself a job, Jim. You know who my tech support is? You know who my nerd is? It's my brother, Elton. Oh gosh, he is a gadget freak. I've never asked him a question about any kind of technology that he hasn't known. Without him, I could have never done email, laptop, cell phone, voicemail, none of that stuff. In fact, it's such a big deal for me, I can remember the day that I ventured into the world of technology. It was June 17th, 1978. I bought a cordless telephone. Remember them cordless telephones from 1978? A couple of you were embryos in 1978, I see. They were this big, remember that? The base was this big. And they had this feature you probably forgot. 50-foot retractable antenna. The phone would ring, what'd you spend the first 5 minutes doing? By the time you got the antenna out, the party had hung up half the time. And they only worked if you were this close to the base. You had to be right on top of it. Hey, I'm on my cordless. This is awesome. I can go way over here. Hello? Hello? My neighbor convinced me that when I spoke on my cordless telephone, I had to point the antenna in the direction of the party I was speaking to. I wish that was a lie, folks. Folks, you nerds, you can become a really cool nerd, and if you do, you can become a geek. So you got something to fight for there, Jim, all right? 12s, where are the 12s at? 12s, hands up, 12s, hands up. All right, we got a lot of 12s scattered out there, too. You, sir, in the blue shirt, you're a 12. Your name? Howard is a 12. Howard, now we've never met, correct? But Howard, you people around me, correct me if I'm wrong, Howard is a team player. Howard is sometimes even willing to give up his own goals for the benefit of the group. He is genuinely concerned. He is caring. He is trustworthy. He is honest. He's highly emotional. I think I love you, Howard. And that's why we call Howard and all the 12s out there. So 12s, get your hands up. Get your hands up. 12s, all right. That's why we call you a wimp. Now, I mean this in a nice way. And this is the point of the program where I actually fear for my life. Because I just told a very large man that he was a wimp. But I mean it in a nice way. In fact, this debate will occur. Let's get it over with right now. Who's most important in this room? I know we haven't got to the 22s yet. But is it the jerk? Is it the nerd? Is it the wimp? Who is it? I'll tell you right now, no question, it's the wimps. They're the glue that keep us together, folks. They're the peacekeepers. They understand a team goal taking a precedence over an individual goal. They're the most important people. Do I mean that? No, I'm a jerk trying to make them feel better. Oh, that's going on. Is it better now between you and me, Howard? Let's see the 22s. Where are the 22s at? 22s, look how high these hands go. Yes, yes. He's talking about me now. You 22s, you like to talk a lot. We don't even have to be in the same room to know that. Because you talk loud, and you're very expressive. You're animated. You talk with your hands. You're the life of the party. You're a social person. Did I mention you talk? Did I say that? Yeah. And that's why we call you 22s. Hands up, 22s. Look at them in the face. These people are known as a mouth. Now, when I shout out your name, we got to see who we got out there. Where are the jerks? Let me see the jerks in the room. Jerks, there's the jerks. Nerds, where are you? Where's the nerds? Jim, very good. Where's the wimps? Be strong, Howard, strong, yes. And Miles, can I hear you? Are you there? Are you there? Okay, all right, now, wow. This is what I'm about to say, the magic bullet. It's hard for someone to say, this is the most important thing I'm going to say while I'm on stage, but I'm saying it. Because if you remember not another word, then you remember the following statement, because it is the secret. It doesn't matter. We did all that for nothing. I insulted everybody in the room and risked my life for nothing. It doesn't matter. We spend all this time, don't we, reading these self-help books, who I am, how I feel, what's important to me. Shut up. It doesn't matter. Oh, okay, I'm jesting here a bit. Self-assessment is important. You must know your strengths. You must know your weaknesses. But let me tell you what matters much, much more in the world of dealing with stress, and that is who they are. What's important to them? What trips their trigger? Who are they? Folks, I could get very detailed and I come up with some specific person for you, but in a short, you know who they are? They are everybody on the other end of the phone, on the other side of the desk. They are anybody you have human interaction with. We spend all this time trying to figure out what makes us tick, and we need to figure out what makes them tick if we want to lower our stress level. And I know some of you right now are going, this guy spent this much time to tell me I'm not like everybody else in the room. Exactly. You know why? It's still the most violated rule by tenfold, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault because you're doing something that's innate. When you are under stress, you're going to automatically fall back on what you know best. Now, I'm not big on sports analogies because even though there's not a bigger sports nut in the room, because sports is sports and life is life, but play this one out with me. It's the bottom of the last inning. It's a baseball game. The score is tied. The bases are full. The count is 3-2. Would you not agree that this is one of the most stressful moments for the pitcher, if not the most stressful moment for the pitcher? What's the pitcher going to do at that moment? Is he or she going to invent a new pitch? I think I'll throw with the other hand. That's how I look when I throw left-handed, by the way. No, you've seen it. You know. Whether it's a Little League World Series game, or whether it's a girls' fast-pitch softball game, or whether it's a Major League Baseball game, you've seen in that critical moment the pitcher shake the catcher off time and time again until the catcher calls the pitch that the pitcher has the most faith in, the most confidence in. It could be a variety of pitches, but it's the one that they have the most faith and confidence and knowledge of. You are exactly like that pitcher. When you have stress going on in your life, you're going to fall back on what you know best. What or whom do you know best? You know yourself best. Folks, you don't even know you do this. When you got a little stress, you're automatically going to talk to that person the way you want to be talked to. You're going to give them the information you think is important. You're going to resolve the conflict the way you think it should be resolved in your mind.
Wrong answer, but thank you for playing.
You're wrong 3/4 of the time when you do this. So you know what you got to do? You got to do a little assessment out there. You got to figure out who you're talking to. Don't tell me you can't do this. You all have, by the way, you all have a life degree in psychology. And in your head right now, you're probably thinking of the jerks and the nerds and the wimps and the mouths. And this is going to haunt you. You're going to go into public places and categorize people from this point forward. This is important. Do not do it aloud. Go into the grocery store. Can you spot jerk, nerd, wimp, mouth? Sure you can. Can you spot Joe and I? We don't want to go to the grocery store, do we? But if we must go, if a jerk must go, if they have to go, do we drive around and around, just trying to find the very best parking stall? Or do we find first one we can find? It's the first one, isn't it? Okay, it's a handicap, but we're not going to be there long, are we? What? We go racing through that front door. We grab the very first shopping cart that we can find, even if it's got the wheel from Venus. We go running through that store. Do we have a shopping list? No, because that takes what? We don't have time. We're buying things that are protruding from the shelves. Come on, come on, come on. We go to check out. We knock over two little old ladies en route. Well, they were in the way, so it was their fault. We get home, put everything up, 22 minutes. Yes! It's a new personal record. Now, there are two of you that irritate me at the grocery store. Actually, you irritate us jerks and mouths. Because you fall into the category, and by the way, that leaves two of you left in case you haven't done the deduction. The two of you that are left are the wimps and the nerds. You fall into a category known as aisle blockers. We can spot you. You got shopping cart tread marks on your back. I got two of them last week. Good day for me, Joe. Good day. Now, you're aisle blockers for different reasons. First of all, the wimp is an aisle blocker because are they there shopping for themselves? No. They're shopping for the family. Suppose the kids would like that? Would Betty eat that? I don't know. I don't know. They want to make everybody happy. They want to please everyone, so they labor over every decision like it's the end of the world. Now, this is different for the nerd. The nerd is an aisle blocker because they see this as a chance to show off their analytical talent. Nerd has three things in their possession at the grocery store. What do they got? Calculator, a list, coupons. Wow. Calm down, Jim. Calm down. I was getting there, Jim. And there was a couple of other people that said that with a hint of anger. Ooh. They're also the label readers, aren't they? The nerds are the label readers. They got that cart sideways right in the aisle. And they're doing this. Yeah. That's 1.6 cents per ounce. Uh-huh. That's only 1.2 cents per ounce, but it's 4 extra ounces. It's a tough call here. Of course, I'm back here going, let me pick you one out, okay? What about your mouth? Can we spot your mouth in the grocery store? We don't even have to be in the grocery store, do we? You're the ones going, it's on sale! It's an event. All that junk in the checkout area, who's that for? That's for you impulsive mouths, that's who that's for. Look. It says right there, Brittany is an alien. We gotta buy that. We need that. Get that. We need that. Shut your eyes just to prove you can do this. Shut your eyes. I want you to imagine you're sleeping deeply at home. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you have pets. Even if you don't, imagine you do. Specifically, you have cats. When you are awakened to this noise. It's hairball time. And by the way, that very accurate impersonation was from personal experience. Yes. Now, does everybody react the same way? Does everybody react the same way? I submit to you they do not. First of all, how does the nerd react? Remember, the nerd is very analytical, in control, unemotional. Nerd says, don't worry, dear, it's a normal biological process of the feline family. That cat will probably clean up his own mess. He'll be fine. Just go back to sleep. What about the wimp? Fluffy? Fluffy! Oh, go get him. Put him in bed with us. He might not be done yet, Howard. What about the mouth? The mouth alerts the entire neighborhood. Lights are on, sirens are blaring. The whole world knows you're having a football moment, right? What about the jerk? Get the gun. Get the gun. I want to wake up to a cup of coffee, not a furball landmine, okay? Don't you tell me you can't do this. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're going, wow, I thought I was this, but now it sounds like I'm that, and I'm occasionally there. That's right. You're all four. You know these. You've taken these tests. You have a major, a minor, a third degree, and a fourth degree. My major is a jerk. My minor is a mouth. I'm a mouthy jerk. That's a bad combination right there. 2 words, bar fight. Okay. I was just trying to be funny. But the fact that you have all 4 of these will allow you, if you'll just take a pause, just for a second, push back, and ask yourself, what do these people need? How should I talk to them? How are they looking at it? This is the part of the program that I struggle with. If I was doing all those other programs, you know what we'd do? We'd pull out the book. Great big book. We got to start filling in the questions, whether you should stand tall, speak loudly, whether you should hug. It's like sensory overload. I don't want to do that, so I've done what people in HR departments hate me for doing. I'm going to take the big book and we're going to condense it down to 2 words, just 2 words. Emulate them. Copy them. Mirror them. Folks, you're dealing with someone that's fast-paced, cut the chase, no small talk, get to the point. Guess what you better be? Fast-paced, cut the chase, no small talk, get to the point. On the other hand, you're dealing with someone that's slower-paced, more sensitive. No, I don't know. They want to talk about Aunt Myrtle's prostate surgery. I was starting to lose you there. That's a listening check. I had to do something. People are where they are because that is their comfort zone. Folks, you need to know the golden rule of human relations if you want to reduce your biggest stressor, and that is do unto others as they want to be done unto. Treat them the way they want to be treated.